Good morning, everyone, and welcome. My name is Susan, and we're going to have a nice little half-hour chair yoga class. So, everybody comfortable on your chairs, and the chair I've chosen here is just a nice sturdy wooden chair with a nice hard back. All right, but whatever chair you have around will probably do just fine. All right, so sitting comfortable in your chair, ankle and knees are nice and lined up. All right. And some people like to have their feet elevated a bit, maybe on a blanket or a couple of blocks. If you find that's more comfortable for you to have something else under your feet, absolutely. Now always remember, listen to your body, do what you can. If something we do is not going to feel good for you or aggravate a condition or cause you pain, think about it before you try it, pace yourself, and you can skip the move altogether if you'd like. Now the breathing is in through the nose, out through the nose. Nice, long, full, smooth breath. Always inhale completely. Suspend your breath. Just hold it for a few seconds. Exhale fully. All right? So just try to relax, okay? So sitting nice and comfortable, and lean back in your chair. Now we always start the class with a couple of minutes of pranayama. Prana is breath and pranayama is breath control, all right? Just to kind of relax and get in tune with our breath. And every week we do a different mudra. All right, so this week we're going to do Gaya Mudra. Index finger, the tip of the index finger represents knowledge and ability. The tip of the thumb represents your ego. Together, palm up, imparts calm and receptivity. Sit back, close your eyes. Let's take a nice, long, smooth breath together. Relax those shoulders. Now continue on your own personal pranayama for the next 2 minutes. Slow down the breath, slow everything down. And now's the time to drop your day and settle your mind and to set an intention for your practice today. Focus on any situation in your life that needs guidance from your higher self. It's time to lower the heart rate, lower our blood pressure, and lower our anxiety level. Try to find stillness in mind and body. For one more breath. And on the next exhale, I'd like you to bring your hands together. Now at this point, I want you to sit nice and tall in your chair. So just straighten that spine out as best as you can, all right? Let's rub our hands vigorously to activate our hand chakra. Hands onto your heart center and close your eyes. Let's take a nice, long, smooth breath together to tune out. Inhale. One more nice, long, smooth breath. And on your next exhale, I'd like you to drop 3 fingers. Keep the index fingers together. All right, so before we go any further, I just want to touch base on that breathing again. So I will try and cue you on the breath. So when I say on the next exhale or your next exhale is when I'd like you to try and move, because we always move on the exhale, all right? So let's take a nice big breath together. And on the exhale, let's come up. Now, if you can, reach up as high as possible. If you find this is really not going to feel good for your arms or shoulders, you can reposition your arms, and you can even stay right here if you like. Now, sitting nice and tall in those sit bones, let's wake up that physical body, let's wake up that spine. Reach, breathe. Breathing into Jupiter Mudra, which is good luck and expansion are activated when together focus your energies on breaking through barriers. For one more breath. On the next exhale, slowly bring the arms down. Gentle with the shoulders, come all the way down and hands on the lap. Now I'd like you to roll the shoulders up. If you can, just do what you can. Roll them out forward and backwards. If you're a little tight or stiff and you don't have a lot of movement, just do what you can, all right? Starting to loosen things up. We're going to do this a couple more times while we're together, and you're going to find hopefully that as you get on in your class, you're going to loosen things up. This is also going to start releasing the tension into the upper body and the neck even, and also increasing circulation in the upper body. All right, so from here, sitting nice and tall, always being aware of your posture. Let's work on our neck. Let's do a nice gentle neck stretch. So if you can, I'd like you to put your hands right here on your shoulders. If you find this is a little too challenging for you, Keep your hands on your lap if you'd like. All right, straight spine. Let's take a breath. On the exhale, tilt your head back. And let's focus on releasing, decompressing the tight muscles in the neck, releasing the nerves, the blood vessels, starting with the front of the neck, the throat. And just having your hands in this position is a nice little stretch for your wrists, for your forearms. All right. On the next exhale, bring your head to straight neutral position. Take a breath. On the exhale, I want you just to tilt your head slightly to the left, getting a nice gentle stretch onto the right side of the neck. Now take it easy. If you have issues with your neck, you know how far you can go, and you're not going to go very far. It's just a gentle, so you should just feel it. Gentle pulling, perhaps. And like I said, if anything we do is going to trigger something or cause you pain, or you know it's not going to feel good, try it. If it's not going to happen, come out of it right away. Don't be shy. Don't force your body. Exhale, come up. Let's go to the right on the next exhale. So what I'm trying to say is don't be aggressive in your stretches. If you're really tight, there's some things you really find it challenging, then just do what you can. That's all. But keep the breath going. It's all about the breath. And on the exhale, come up. And let's do one more. We're going to bow our head. On the next exhale, just bow. And let's release the back of the neck, the top of the cervical spine. Breathe. Don't hold your breath. Just breathe. Long and smooth and complete. And on the exhale, come up. All right, bring the arms down, hands onto the... Now, see if you can roll them out a little more. Follow the rhythm of the breath. Roll them out nice and slow. If you want to move a little faster, that's up to you. But keep your breath nice and consistent and slow and controlled. Perfect. All right. Let's do a nice shoulder shrug. Now, today we're going to do it in 3 parts. So I want you to visualize your shoulder blades. Okay, so when you bring your shoulder blades together, they go together, the whole thing. So we're going to try and focus on the top, the middle, and the bottom. All right, so when you bring the shoulder blades together, you don't have to ram them together. Bring them together gently. And if you find that you can go a little deeper, then you can do that on the exhale. If you have to release and come back out, absolutely. So keeping your hands on your lap, sitting nice and tall, relax those shoulders. Let's take a big breath together. And on the exhale, shoulders up, bring them back, slide them down, focusing on the top of the shoulder blade. Breathe. Chest is wide open, releasing the front of the shoulder of the deltoid, opening up the pectorals, opening up the rib cage. One more breath. And on the next exhale, bring the shoulders up, forward and down. All right, let's do that again. We're going to focus on the middle of the shoulder blade. Take a nice big breath. Exhale up, back, slide it down, and bring them together. Lots of room to breathe. Feel that breath. Become one with that breath. That breath is there to guide you. And on the next exhale, let's come out of it. Up, down, and forward. Now, the third part, focusing on the lowest part of the shoulder blade. When you bring your shoulders up and down and back, we're going to release your arms. You're going to bring your elbows back. Okay, just like that. All right, let's do it together. Big breath. Exhale up. Bring them back. Release and slide them down. Bring the shoulder blades together. Focusing on the lower part of the shoulder blade. Breathe. For one more breath. And on the exhale, shoulders up, forward, and down. All right, hands on the lap. Now, let's roll them out again. Maybe you find it's a little looser now. Perfect. All right, now while we're still working on the upper body, let's do a nice shoulder stretch. So I want you to reach out with the right arm. Bend it slightly up the elbow. Left hand on the right elbow. Now, I'll give you 3 different ways to do this one here. This one here, first of all, we're just going to gently pull on the arm, or the elbow, I should say. If you find that having your arm a little higher or maybe a little lower is a little bit better for you, make that little adjustment as you go along. There's always room to make little adjustments in everything we do to find the place that works for you. All right? Keeping your breath in mind. Let's go. Big breath on the exhale, just gently. If you need a deeper stretch, you can go as far as you'd like or barely move. It doesn't matter. Now always remember, the yoga is not about performance. It's about integrating mind, body through breath awareness. It's all about the breath. And let's do one more. On the next exhale, release. And let's see if we can go to this side here. The same thing with this arm here. Make the adjustment to what feels good. You know, if you have a little bit of an issue with your shoulder, take it easy. And even if you just get into the position to barely move. And on the exhale, just decompressing, releasing, uncoiling those tight muscles, lengthening the muscles, releasing the tight nerves, the blood vessels, and also working on joint stability. And that's what our eccentric muscle contractions is, what we do in our yoga class. We do a little bit of strengthening as well. Exhale, release, hands on the lap. And if you want to roll them out again, absolutely. Perfect. All right, so we're going to work our way down. So we're going to work on our seated fish pose now. The seated fish pose is specifically for the chest. Releasing, stretching, lengthening the pectorals, opening up the rib cage so there's lots of room to breathe, all right? And of course, the front of the shoulder, the deltoid here. So from here, what I want you to do, I'm going to turn my chair just a little bit to the side. Now always remember sitting nice and tall, ankle and knees are lined up, feet are nice and relaxed, legs are relaxed. All right, big breath. And on the exhale again, shoulders up, bring them back, slide them down. Now I want you to bring the shoulder blades together as tight as you can. That's comfortable for you. And let's bring that chest out. If you want, you can look up to the ceiling if you like. And this is going to help with your posture. When you release and start lengthening and stretching out the chest, it really helps you sit nice and straight. Let's do one more breath into our seated fish pose. Exhale, shoulders up, down, and release the hands. All right, perfect. Let me just straighten this out. All right, and let's do one more for our upper body. So this is called the seated hand clap. And this is mobility, range of motion of the shoulder. It's also going to start stretching the muscles underneath, teres minor and teres major muscles under the arm, into the shoulder or into the chest a little bit as well, and the upper back. I'm going to give you a couple of different ways to do this one here. The actual version is to come up shoulder, hands are shoulder height, hands together. I'm going to inhale, I'm going to come back as far as comfortable, and I'm going to come forward. Now, if your shoulders are a little tired, or if you're not very strong, if you want to bring your arms down a little bit lower, and even if you just go a little bit, you don't have to go as far as I do. Okay, you'll find the place that feels right. And like I said, it all revolves around the breath. So when you're doing a stretch or a posture in your yoga class, if you find the breath changes, if you lose track of your breath, if your breath becomes labored, if anything changes with your breath, that's when you stop. You do a little internal checklist. You check on the position of your body, what you're doing. Maybe you're working too hard, maybe not hard enough. Come back to that breath, catch that breath again, and then try it again, whatever position you're in, all right? So let's do this together. Hands together, right arm, inhale, release. And this is called a seated hand clap. Exhale. Left, inhale. Beautiful stretch. And down. And let's see if we can do that one again. Inhale. Back. You know, if you start doing something that really doesn't feel good, don't be shy, bring yourself right out of it. I don't want you to be aggressive in your movements or your stretches, or force your body. And down, all the way down into mountain. Now, this is our mountain pose. This is a neutral resting place. Just let your arms hang, let gravity just pull those arms down. Always being aware of your posture, nice and tall and proud on your sit bones, shoulders relaxed. Let's stay here for 2 breaths into our mountain. Now this is a place you can come to anytime during the class. If you need to take a little break, or if there's something you really don't want to do, or it doesn't feel good, come here. Just hang out in your mountain. Relax, breathe. I really want you to feel that breath. Feel your chest rise as you inhale. Always suspend your breath. Just hold your breath for a few seconds and exhale completely. This is the breath that you have the whole time we're together. We start with this breath, we finish with this breath. All right, perfect. And hands on the lap. And roll them out again if you'd like. Maybe they're getting a little looser now. All right, hopefully. So we're going to do a nice little sequence right now. So let's do it nice and slow. Now that our body, our upper body is nice and warmed up, because this one here is going to be working the shoulders and the upper body. All right, so this is, there's so many different versions of the Surya Namaskar or the Sun Salutation and little interpretations. So this is just one of the many versions that I put together for us. All right, sitting nice and tall, let's bring our hands into Namaste prayer pose. Breathe. One more breath. On the exhale, release the arms, bring them down right about here. Inhale, all the way up to a big circle, all the way to a V, big V, reach. Lengthen the arms, stretch your body out. Exhale, hands back into Namaste prayer pose. Now, let me show you the next move before we do it together. This one here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to twist. Right elbow up, left one down. Now this one here, don't torque your body. It's a very gentle twist. You're going to feel it into your spine, into the back muscles, into the abdominals, into the obliques. So even if you find that you can just do a little bit, just do what you can. We're going to do both sides, all right? All right, right elbow's going to come up to the ceiling. On the next exhale, try to keep your back straight if you can. Breathe. On the next exhale, come out of it slowly. Let's go to the other side. Big breath, exhale. And you can feel, like I said, core muscles, back muscles. You can feel it into the arms as well, upper arms, biceps, triceps. Exhale, come down. Perfect. Mountain. Take the opportunity to rest those shoulders. Inhale, arms up again. V, big V. Exhale, hands together. I'm going to do the same move. If you're ready. If you don't want to do it, stay right here, relax and breathe. On the exhale. On the next exhale, center. Preparing to go to the other side. On the exhale. Just doing this little twist pose is such a nice little stretch for your whole upper body, your shoulders, your arms. Exhale, come down. All right, arms down. Breathe. If you need to roll the shoulders out while you're here, do it. Take the time and do it. Now from here, hands onto the hips. We're going to lean from side to side. So this will stretch the side of your body. Let's go to the right. On the exhale, just lean slightly. Try to keep your back straight. Everything is nice and lined up. So try not to be twisted forward or twisted back. You don't have to go very far. Lengthening the left side of the body. On the exhale, come up. Use your core muscles to help you move. Let's go to the left on the exhale. And on the exhale, come back up. Perfect. Arms down again, back to mountain. Breathe. Shoulders are nice and relaxed, feeling calm, quiet. Let's inhale all the way up, shoulder height. Exhale all the way. Inhale into a gentle back bend. Or just reach up to the ceiling. Now, whenever we have our hands above our head like this, if you want an extra stretch for your shoulders and your upper body, you can hold on to the wrist and just gently pull on your arms. Now that's something you can do on your own if you like. That's such a nice extra little stretch you can do as well. Really get the kinks out, all right? Now, from here, on the exhale, bring the arms down very slowly, right onto your knees. So here we're going to do a forward fold. Take a big breath. On the exhale, I want you to slide your hands along the outside of your calf, bow your head, and just round your back a little bit. You don't have to go far. And just relax and breathe. So this is a forward fold. So this is nice, lengthening the spine, really, really getting a nice stretch into all the muscles up and down your back, the shoulders as well. And just breathe. A lovely forward fold. On the next exhale, come up slowly, reverse the blood flow so you don't get dizzy. Come all the way up. All right, perfect. Hands on the lap. Let's roll those shoulders out now. Let's loosen things up. Maybe now you can go a little further. Just get as much movement as you can. Roll it out. Breathe. You can smile while you're breathing. You're happy to be here. It feels so good. These kind of stretches, you know, anybody can do them in any kind of chair, anywhere. You know, when you're sitting waiting for an appointment or at the airport or anything like that, or just sitting around watching TV or whatever you do, do a few stretches, you know, lean side to side, all right? Things like that. Now let's start working some hands and some feet. So what I want you to do is just reach out with both arms. Now keep your back straight. Let's focus on the forearm, the wrist, and the hand, not so much the shoulder anymore. Fingers are open, bend out the wrist, slightly turn out to the baby finger. On the next exhale, straighten hands, palms to ceiling. Bring back gentle. Right fingertips onto the left fingertips. Pull back gentle. So this is all releasing the hands, the fingers, the flexor muscles on the bottom, extensor muscles along the top. Exhale, let's go to this side here. Now always remember to move your body slowly, carefully, and very slowly. It's not a race. It's not a contest. And release, all right? Hands on the lap. Let's get these feet out here. Now move the feet out, and I want you to get them slightly off the floor. Not very high, just get them off the floor, all right? So all we're gonna do now is we're gonna do some ankle circles in and ankle circles out, all right? So what we're gonna do as well is let's add the wrists with it, and we're gonna move the fingers and toes. So all we're gonna do is I want you to wiggle your toes. Like play piano with your toes and your fingers, and we're gonna round the ankles or wrists together. But let's do it nice and slow, all right? We're gonna do 3 one direction and 3 the out. So ready? Try to move everything together if you can. So you inhale around, exhale. That's a little bit of coordination here to get everything done together, but just do what you can. And then the other way. If you want to just do the ankle and the wrist, and we'll do the fingers when we're done. If that's easier for you. There we go. Let the heels land onto the floor. Keep your feet, the top of the foot off the floor. Now let's really focus on the toes and the fingers. Just really kind of articulate them. Move them slow if you want. Try to bend all the knuckles on your fingers. Bend them nice and slow. And your toes open and close those toes. All right, perfect. And relax, relax. Back your feet up. Now let's do a nice little stretch. I want you to get to the edge of the chair. Let's open up those legs nice and wide. Now, sit bones on the edge of the chair. Most of the thighs should be off the chair. Now, I want you to wiggle around to make sure that you're comfortable and you're nice and secure. You're not going to slide off the chair. Now, ankle and knees are lined up. Feet can be in a V. If you find it's more comfortable to have your feet straight, make that little adjustment in it because this affects your knees as well, all right? Now, sitting tall like this. Just sitting like this is a gentle hip opener. Releasing, lengthening, stretching the inner thighs, the pelvic floor, groin area, the buttocks, releasing those tight glutes, and like I said, opening up those hips, just releasing the tight hips, all right? So let's do a nice little stretch here. This is called a goalpost twist. So if you can, arms will be shoulder height, just like a goalpost. All we're going to do is we're just going to turn our bodies to the right, and as we turn our bodies, I want you to line your body up to along your leg, all right, or your thigh. You don't have to twist too far, okay? That's it. So this is going to be a gentle spinal twist as well, also engaging all the core muscles, the obliques, the back muscles. Now, if you can, arms shoulder height. If your arms are really tired, bring them down a little lower if you want. All right, goalpost arms. Let's go to the right. Take your breath. Exhale. Stay here. Breathe. So my body is nicely lined up, so I'm not twisting too far. So it's a gentle spinal twist as well, but you can feel the muscles up and down your back engaging. Let's take one more breath. Exhale, center, slow and gentle. Let's go to the left on the exhale. And as you turn, you can feel a nice extra stretch into the inner thigh. These would be your hip adductors into the hip flexors as well. Exhale, center, arms down, all the way. All right, hands on the lap, roll them out. All right, let's get into our child's pose, Balasana. This is a resting pose, but also a neutral place and a full body stretch. I'm going to give you 2 ways to do this. I'll show you the full version. The full version would be to come down and just hang out. Now, if you have vertigo, high or low blood pressure, or anything, makes you dizzy, do you have your head below your hips, just put your arms on your thighs and just kind of hang out here and just maybe bow your head a bit and just try and relax. And this is another way you can do your child's pose, all right? So let's do it together. Choose the version that works best for you. On the exhale, child's pose. And if you're in the full version, just let gravity pull those arms down. All right, this is a wonderful stretch, releasing, lengthening that spine a little more. All the muscles in your back, the shoulders, the arms, just let it all hang out. And now's the time to thank yourself for being here today, for taking the time and making the time to sit on your chair just for half an hour, just to stretch, decompress, re-energize, maybe just to turn all the noises off for a while, just a little time in your chair by yourself. Sometimes that's all we need, a little quiet time. One more breath. On the exhale, come up, push on your feet, push yourself up, but come up slowly, reversing the blood flow so you don't get dizzy. Come up slow, and let's get those legs together now. And I want you to sit back, scooch back in your chair. Now lean back, now relax, lean back in your chair. And hopefully you feel nice and relaxed. This is a little extra bonus to sit back in your chair. So now we're going to prepare for Savasana, meditation, relaxation, reflection time, however you choose to bring this into your practice today. You're resting comfortably in your chair, like I said earlier. Now you can position yourself. If you want to kind of move your legs around, let your knees fall open, let your arms hang down, or you can bow your head. It doesn't matter. I want you to find a place in your chair where you can just melt into your chair. Literally melt into your chair, all right? Close your eyes. Keep that breath going. Feeling so calm. Find that place of serenity in your chair. Let your mind, your body, and your soul absorb the vibrations of the bells, bringing your own energies to its appropriate frequency. Slowly bring yourself back into your space, back into the room. Wiggle your fingers and toes, bring life back to your body. And at this point, take your time. I want you to sit nice and tall in your chair, being aware of your posture again, always being aware of your posture. Shoulders are relaxed. Let's bring our hands together. Let's rub them vigorously to activate our hand chakra. Hands onto your heart center, close your eyes. Let's take a nice long smooth breath together to tune in. Inhale. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Sat Nam. Shanti, Shanti, peace, peace. May love and light be with you always. Namaste. All right, all done. Lovely. I hope you feel good. I feel wonderful. I'll tell you, chair yoga is a lovely little workout. Sometimes it just gives you exactly what you need. So thank you again for joining me. And today is August 13th. In case you want to know what day it is today. And those of you who do come to my classes, a summer program has resumed at the complex. You can look that up online. And returning to my classes at Essentials on Berry Down in September, and then full classes resume at the complex since the beginning of September. Our full schedule with Pilates and everything, all our wonderful classes. So keep an eye open for that, and please join me. We've got our safety protocols in place there, and so far it's going really well. So I'd be happy to see everybody again. All right, so have a lovely day, have a wonderful weekend. Go out, get some sun on your face, and go and play. All right, thanks again.